The night my children disappeared. Here's a scary story for you. The small town of Ravenswood was never the same after the night the children disappeared. It was a typical summer evening, with the sun setting over the horizon and the crickets chirping their evening song. The children had been playing in the woods, exploring the old, abandoned mine that had been closed off for decades. But as the night drew to a close, the children failed to return home. Their parents, frantic with worry, formed a search party and combed the woods, calling out their children's names. But there was no response. As the night wore on, the search party stumbled upon the old mine, its entrance hidden behind a thick veil of foliage. The air around the mine seemed to vibrate with an eerie energy, and the search party could feel the weight of something sinister lurking just out of sight. They cautiously made their way into the mine, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. The deeper they went, the colder it got, and the air grew thick with the scent of decay. It was then that they stumbled upon the first child. Little Timmy Jenkins, his eyes frozen in terror, his skin deathly pale. He was suspended in midair, his small body held aloft by some unseen force. The search party was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or speak. And then they heard it. A low, raspy voice, whispering their children's names. Emily, Michael, Sarah. The voice seemed to come from all around them, echoing off the walls of the mine. The search party knew they had to get out of there, but their feet seemed rooted to the spot. One by one, the children began to appear, their eyes black as coal, their skin gray and decaying. They moved towards the search party, their movements stiff and jerky, like puppets on strings. The search party tried to run, but it was too late. The children surrounded them, their cold, dead eyes fixed on their parents. And then, the whispering stopped, and the children began to speak in unison. "We've been waiting for you," they said, their voices like ice. "We've been waiting for so long." As the search party watched in horror, the children began to change. Their bodies began to contort and twist, their faces elongating into grotesque, inhuman visages. The search party tried to scream, but their voices were drowned out by the sound of the children's laughter, echoing off the walls of the mine. In the end, only one member of the search party managed to escape, stumbling out of the mine and back into the bright, warm sunlight. But the horrors he had witnessed that night would haunt him for the rest of his life. The town of Ravenswood was never the same after that night. The mine was sealed off, and the children were never seen again. But the legend of the haunted mine lived on, passed down from generation to generation. And if you listen closely, on certain nights when the moon is full, you can still hear the whispering of the children's names, echoing out of the abandoned mine. Emily, Michael, Sarah. Beware, for if you venture too close, you may just hear your own name being called.